Hello, everyone. The last time I was in Fed Hall was exactly 2 years ago, almost the same, well, a week earlier, so middle of March, for the International Women's Gala or dinner. And I happen to be the keynote speaker, so this is deja vu 2 years later with a much younger crowd. Very good looking crowd. You all look wonderful. It's just, I'm so excited to see all of you and to feel the energy. Thank you, all of you, for taking the time from your busy schedule to come. I'm Lily Liu. This is me in person. I know I'm not as tall as you imagine. And I look the same as on screen. So I'm going to begin by welcoming our new member of the faculty, Elder Maigan Henry, who is our knowledge keeper, and he just joined us about a month ago. We're so excited. You are the first cohort graduating to be experiencing this. Even on campus, no other faculty has an Indigenous elder like we do. That's my competitive spirit coming out, so please, I'm sorry about that. So Elder Henry is going to come up and offer some opening remarks and a land acknowledgement.
Ani bujo, maingan indejnikas deshkan zibi ndonjiba maingandodem. Can you repeat that? No, no. You know, this is so such an honor to come and be a part of your send-off. You've accomplished things that you should be very proud of, and as being I guess the elder in this area, it's an honor for me to come and witness you and the energy that you're sharing in this room today. It's just tremendous. We've been waiting a long time for this, and now the day's here. And I know you're going through your exams and some stressful periods, but let's think of tonight as being a night to celebrate and to be a part of each other's experience while you're moving on your journey, your educational journey. So today we're going to do something in a manner that I can't say it's new. When Indigenous people gather, we always formally recognize this beautiful land that we're all standing on. This beautiful land that it's been home to many nations throughout history. The Anishinaabe people, the Haudenosaunee people, the Lenni Lenape people, the Anawandrek people. There's many that came to this land and celebrated together. And when we come together as people in an atmosphere like this, our hearts feel that comfort and level of honor. They say, our elders used to talk about when our hearts beat together as one, we become stronger. And what I see in this room is a lot of nice, young, strong men and women, people carrying that beautiful anticipation of what's ahead of you in life. Our elders used to talk about being a child, walking through this earth, creating new experiences. And then the challenges that you face will always be something you can turn back on and say that I've accomplished things. Walking through these halls, the stressful periods that you faced, we know that you've been welcomed to challenge your mind and your heart and all the things that make you who you are today. Let's acknowledge your family, the ones who helped you through the hard times. Maybe it was grandmothers and grandfathers. Maybe it was uncles and aunties. Maybe it was your brothers and sisters. But all of them play a big part of your growing. And today, together, as we stand here on these lands, our Mother the Earth is with you too. With all her medicines, the beautiful sunshine that we see coming in today is sending its rays down for you to feel that energy, to grow, to feel that accomplishment of being unified as you are today. So in my language, we say Chimigwech, which means thank you very much. And I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to watch and celebrate with you tonight as you enjoy this evening and to celebrate together. Miigwech.
And miigwech to you, Elder Henry. Thank you for opening the event this evening with your heart-warming remarks. Before I begin with my comments, I want to just extend my sincere gratitude to all of the organizers of this event. This could not have been possible without the efforts and the dedication, the attention of the advancement team under Jen and Sam, as well as the student relations team on all the co-op students working with Josh. No, Yisha was one of the co-op students as well. Thank you all very much. I won't name everyone, but it took a huge team to put this together, and I can see this is going to be a wonderful night for all of you. It's a great honor and a privilege for me to welcome our graduating students, the faculty and my colleagues, and also members of the health community to tonight's grad class send-off. It's wonderful to have this. I still consider this sort of an intimate experience before the in-person convocation that we're going to be having in June, where there will be lots of people and lots of guests. So this is kind of a nice preparation for that event. So I do, as Elder Henry mentioned, appreciate all of you for taking time to attend our very first in-person event in 2 years. I know it's been really challenging in the last year or two, and that this is really busy. You're all entering the final exam period. You've persevered, and nice of you good of you to take some time off tonight to join us. You may feel uncertainty as you begin your life beyond the university and making decisions and plans for your future. You may also feel excitement as you explore new opportunities and apply your achievements that you acquired here at the University of Waterloo. I really look forward to celebrating with you again at your convocation in June with your regalia and looking all formal, and it's going to be wonderful. Tonight, we're celebrating all of you and your accomplishments from your university career, and the Faculty of Health students is a very special group. As a faculty, we have built a community that is unparalleled on campus. We're fortunate to have students who choose our programs, and I'm grateful to have this opportunity to express all of our appreciation for your hard work, your dedication, and your contributions to our faculty's community, as well as our campus community. I congratulate each of you and I celebrate with you ahead of convocation. I invite you to connect with me, other faculty and staff who are here during the social later this evening. There's lots of places for photo ops. We call this event a send-off because we are sending you out into the world to do amazing things with the hope that you will stay connected to our Faculty of Health community. You will soon be receiving your degrees, and I hope that at that point, you see yourselves as starting a new phase of our relationship as Waterloo alumni. As alumni, we hope you'll stay connected and continue to contribute to and shape our faculty. So you may be wondering, how can you do that? Well, there are a few ways. The first is to continue to show and share your pride in the faculty and the university. So regardless of where your career takes you, whether you continue into grad school, whether you choose another program in another institution, I think certainly from our experience, we have observed that many come back and always say their first degree as an undergrad at the University of Waterloo in the Faculty of Health was really what got them to where they are in their lives. Number two, stay connected by sharing updates as you get new jobs, move to new cities, or start graduate degrees. We always want to hear from you. We love meeting with alumni. Certainly when I travel, go to any conferences or go to meetings, always on top of that list is who the alumni are, and I try and make my way out to visit. Attend events and volunteer your time when you can. And lastly, and very importantly, we ask that you update and contact your contact information with us so that we can keep you informed about what is happening in the faculty and invite you to events to keep you engaged. I encourage you to go and connect with Jen Bentley, our Alumni Engagement Officer tonight. if you want to know more about staying involved, and also check out the alumni table at the back of the room. There's lots of goodies there. Your relationship with the faculty is ongoing and doesn't stop when you graduate. We're here to support you and to celebrate your accomplishments as we work together to enhance the quality of lives for individuals, for communities, and for populations. Our society is facing many challenges to our health and well-being, especially over recent years. But I know that as Elder Henry mentioned, together we can overcome this and come out stronger than ever. So congratulations on completing this significant life milestone. We're so proud of you as amazing people that you are in the hard work that you have put in to get to this point. I'd like to now introduce Tamara D'Souza. She is a kinesiology grad from 2019 who is here to share an alumna address. Tamara graduated in 2019 with a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology with co-op and a minor in Rehabilitation Sciences. After her time at Waterloo, she wasn't yet ready to close this chapter in her life, so she took on 2 professional roles, working in student services and recruitment on campus before returning to start her graduate degree back within kinesiology. It is a bit of an addiction, I have to tell you. We do see lots of alumna coming back, or alumnus coming back. Tamara is very passionate about promoting wellness and creating meaningful experiences for others. So whether through her master's work, which looks to evaluate new community engagement opportunities for persons living with dementia, or through employment with recruitment, helping students to find their right fit, Tamara strives to create community and connection in any way that she can. Tamara, would you come up and provide your comments, your address?
Good evening, everyone, and warm congratulations to our Faculty of Health class of 2022. Let me start off by saying what an honor and privilege it is to be sharing in this occasion, this event with all of you. I'll admit the last time that I was at an event of this nature was my own grad class send-off back in 2019. And so it's extra special that I get to celebrate with all of you here today, that we have this opportunity both in person with all of you folks that are here in front of me, as well as our folks that are joining us virtually. What a great time to be able to celebrate together. And what a whirlwind of years it's been since I have been a student here on campus. I want to say it feels great to be back, but as we mentioned, I guess I've never really left, so I guess I can't say that I've really returned. My journey at Waterloo is a bit of a different one, at least in my perspective. I didn't initially envision myself even coming to Waterloo at all, and I think it was those first steps where I stepped on campus that really changed that opinion for me. Saying hello to some of those familiar faces at my first open house, getting greeted by students and faculty and staff members and having that really warm embrace, and having those familiar faces and those familiar moments. Campus was pretty different back when I was starting, and I know it wasn't that long ago. Many buildings that we currently have right now still weren't a thing, and so I was navigating that decision of whether or not to come here. I took a leap and accepted my offer to start my academic studies here. And even later, looking back, I can't say that I can envision myself being anywhere else. I strongly believe that the university experience is more than just a place for academia and for academics. It's also a time for profound growth and development, developing character, maturity, open-mindedness, and a place for connection and community. And it's these connections and communities which really defined my Waterloo experience and journey. As a first-year student, I went through many different experiences which might be similar to all of you. Being away for the first time from home, dealing with some of that newfound levels of independence, and with that independence, new levels of accountability and self-efficacy. Will anyone really know if I go to my 8:30 a.m. lecture? Back then, back in those times, online lectures weren't as much a thing, and iClickers, if anyone remembers what those were right hot on Facebook Marketplace, and so those were the times that I started in my first year. And it was really a time of figuring out a lot of different things, and so figuring out how to make friends, for example, was something that was tough as a first-year student. I distinctly remember being the person who would walk into a lecture hall, and upon seeing 3 seats in the middle of the lecture hall, would pick the one right in the middle to avoid people sitting on either side of me. Why? Not quite sure, but that was the levels that I was at when I started in first year. And then there were moments where I tried to get involved without really knowing what I was doing. Attending a varsity game, not a chance, unless there was a t-shirt involved. Going to any other types of events, going to residence council, missing applications for different things, not really knowing what I was doing and trying to figure out and navigate going from high school, where I had some of that confidence, coming to university and not really figuring out what things were. But again, took another leap, tried out some different things, and starting to get the hang of things a little bit more. On a whim, I decided to apply to volunteer for an open house. Now, I think this is primarily because I had such a positive experience at open house, and it was such a profound moment for me. But also they were giving me a t-shirt and pizza, and first year we said, why not? I had a really great experience at that first open house and decided to volunteer again. Why not? And at the end of that volunteer position, the coordinator for that said, hey, I remember you. Thanks for volunteering. If you're interested, this is a position that you could be doing this all year. And so I applied. That single interaction and being recognized for just helping out and doing it for fun was one of the single catalysts that inspired the rest of my Waterloo journey. Because one thing led to another, and suddenly I was caught up in the world of being involved. One random part-time job opened up doors to all sorts of other things, attending campus events and varsity games and awesome student society events, volunteering wherever I could, more and more part-time jobs, significant investment in residence life and orientation and mentorship programs on campus. In that first part-time job, well, I stayed with it for the entirety of my undergrad, returned back in my master's, and that's currently the team that I'm supervising right now full-time. So really weird to see how everything comes full circle. Coming to Waterloo, I felt that the years would feel like forever, and I, like many of you, was longingly awaiting for graduation. Looking back, it's hard to believe just how quickly those years flew by. And I don't expect anyone else's journey to be exactly like mine, but Waterloo has become my home in all senses of the word. A home where I felt loved and supported, a community of individuals that have nourished and energized me to keep pushing forward, a group of friends who have become family, and a group of family who are sometimes offended when I say I'm going home, and not actually home. My entire adult life has been here at Waterloo, and I owe so many of my successes, both inside and outside the classroom, to the people who've supported me during my time here. For all the networks I've built, for all the friendships I've gained, for all the new opportunities which have come my way. I can't definitively say that Waterloo will be my home forever, because life doesn't afford those types of guarantees, but what I can say is that I've placed some pretty strong roots here, and that even if pulled away, there'll always be a piece of me here. Something that brings me a lot of joy, and I say this as I look out into the crowd and see lots of familiar faces, is just how many of you have come through in the last couple of years and stepped into these leadership positions on campus. Since I'm from the class of 2019, I have had the fortune of crossing paths with many of you, whether I've been your Dawn or your orientation leader or maybe your TA. Hopefully I gave you that mark that you were looking for. Or maybe we've crossed each other on the field or in the lab or up out on the town as well. Maybe we've been teammates or colleagues or lab mates or peers. And as I graduated and as I moved on from some of my communities, I got to witness many of you stepping up and into those leadership roles, inspiring the future generations of students after you. To see you all here today, to see the growth that you've experienced and the accolades that you've accomplished, I have all the faith in the world that this group is a special one and that you're all going to accomplish some pretty incredible things. Think back to the journeys and experiences that you've had independently and collectively, the people that you've lived with, the late nights, the early mornings, studying on campus, the small labs or seminars or tutorials where you made some of those first friends, or maybe, unlike me, you actually made some friends in your big lectures as well. Celebrating interviews, new jobs, internships, time spent in the student lounge or in the library, trying out a new cafe, restaurant, or bubble tea shop, group meetings, class projects, presentations, and supporting one another when things didn't quite go as planned. And of course, the biggest one of all, navigating all of these things while navigating and managing a global pandemic. University can be challenging on its own, so kudos to all of you for persevering and being as resilient as you are. Graduating from the University of Waterloo is an accomplishment which should not be taken lightly, and you've all continuously been challenged throughout your student experience, nevertheless making it to where you are here today. And so look around the room, both virtually or here in front of you, and look at the faces of your peers. Sitting around you might be your newest family physician, or the people that will be responsible for caring for your parents. Perhaps you're in the company of those who will be teaching your child or helping you to rehabilitate your sprained knee. Maybe you're around someone who will influence a life-changing policy which supports what you need. Lots of different professional connections that I've just mentioned, but there's also the personal ones too. Maybe you're looking around at your future travel buddies as you explore the world around you. Maybe it's your future neighbor or someone who will be living in your community. Maybe you're looking around at those who will be in your wedding party, or maybe you're looking at your partner itself. The world is a small, connected place, and you never know how the communities that you've built here will continue to grow and change once you take that next step. Let me remind you that these communities and connections don't end here once this term wraps up. In fact, this is just the beginning. Now, more than ever, there are so many ways to stay connected, both in person and virtually. Come back in the fall and come join us for Alumni Black and Gold Day. Come to our fantastic Alumni Day and practice your paper airplane skills and win some prizes with me. Show the next generation why you're proud to be a U Waterloo grad. Bring your family, bring your next future families as well. Join your local alumni chapter, whether it is cocktail nights or trivia nights. Participate in all these events. Get to know the other alumni networks that are around you. Stay connected with us at Speed Networking or LinkedIn or 10,000 Coffees. Be a panelist and share your story and experiences with the next generation. Or I hope to see someone up here in future years taking my place as well. As alumni, we're forever connected to our roots at the University of Waterloo, and we will move into this world and have opportunities to continue using our knowledge, skills, and experiences. We'll hold on to the reasons why we pursued our education here, and we'll continue to do our best to make an impact in the world around us. Waterloo will always have a piece of us. Let us continue to carry a piece of Waterloo with us wherever we may go. I encourage you to keep your warrior spirit alive wherever life takes you, because we may be painted teal, but we'll always bleed black and gold. I wish you all the best for your success in the future, and I look forward to hopefully crossing paths again someday. Thanks and congratulations.
Bear Honor. Thanks so much for joining us tonight and sharing those inspirational words. I'm so glad that you got involved and I got to know you throughout your years as an undergrad, and really inspirational and really reminding us about the importance of connections and staying involved. So thank you for that. Thank you for all those great words. Well, it's so amazing to see so many of you here tonight. It's kind of gives me goosebumps that we're back in person, and I'm excited to celebrate with you this evening. My name's Leanne Ferris, and I have the honor of being the Associate Dean, Undergraduate Studies in the Faculty of Health. And I have a really great role tonight. Besides being with you all, I get to announce the valedictorian of 2022. So I just want to thank all the students that came out and delivered speeches. It made our job really hard as being part of the selection committee. We have a number of your peers on the committee and Josh Edmondstone and myself. And it reminds me about how great this place is and just the caliber of our students and the great experiences that you have had over the years. It's just very humbling and exciting to hear about those. So without further ado, maybe we can have a little drum roll, please. I am very pleased to announce Precious Nwaka as our 2022 valedictorian for the Faculty of Health. Precious, your speech was inspiring, engaging, and relatable. We know that you'll do an excellent job representing the class of 2022 at Convocation, and we really look forward to your address. So congratulations and thank you for representing us. On behalf of the faculty, we have this wonderful frame for you for your diploma, so we hope you will hang it with pride. Great. Just put that here and you can do your toast.
Thanks. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Precious Nwaka, and I am your valedictorian. Thank you so much. It's so good to see you all in person, and so good to see the people that I do know and the people that I don't know. I'd like to know you, so you can give me your number after, but thank you so much. So I'm supposed to give a little toast or cheers, and I've never really done that before, so this could go sideways, but I just wanted to say that I'm probably biased, but I do think that there's something really special about graduating from the Faculty of Health because, thank you. Because not only do you get a fancy degree that says you graduated from University of Waterloo in the health faculty, but you can also use the things that you learned during your degree to actually help build healthier communities. Maybe not everything like the Krebs cycle probably, but most of the things that we learned, we can actually use to improve the health of other people. So I wanted to say cheers to building healthier communities. Thank you.
And Precious isn't the only one who had some nice words for everyone tonight. We've asked some staff and faculty to put a bit of a video together. Not everyone could make it, so we just want to send you off with this video as well. So without further ado, this is to you.
Doesn't it feel like a blur? Holy cow, does time fly when you're earning a bachelor's degree in a pandemic? Congratulations, you've shown incredible resiliency and determination. I wish you all the best in the future.
Dear graduating class of 2022, congratulations on this great accomplishment. This is an amazing time to graduate and begin your future. I wish you all the best, and I hope that one day you'll come to visit. Congratulations.
It has been a challenging 2 years for so many people, but you have done it. You have graduated, you are the class of 2022, so a very sincere congratulations to you and wishing you all the best for whatever lies ahead.
We hope that all the lessons and things that you've learned in your classes and your labs will carry forward you into your next stage. Best wishes, good luck, and we hope you stay in touch and let us know where life is taking you next. So congratulations, graduating class. Enjoy, celebrate, and all the best.
On behalf of the SPHS advisors, I would like to congratulate this class of 2022. You have overcome many challenges, including the pandemic, to get to where you are today. Your loved ones, friends, and family here at the school are so proud of you and your accomplishments. I look forward to celebrating this special milestone with you this spring 2022 convocation. Congratulations.
Hi everybody, congratulations. You've worked so hard to get where you are and we are so proud of you. You've lived through an incredible time and we're glad to be back on campus with you to finish your degree and hopefully to celebrate convocation with you. You deserve all of the credit for working so hard and persevering over the last couple of years, and we are so proud that you're joining our alumni team. We're looking forward to seeing you at some point in the future. Take care.
Hey folks. Congratulations to the soon-to-be UW Faculty of Health class of 2022. You're almost there. Let's finish strong, okay? Cheers to you, and I hope to see you at convocation in June.
Congratulations to the Faculty of Health graduating class of 2022. I just wanted to say how proud I am of how you all navigated your journeys as undergraduate students, now ending with this major milestone in your lives. It has truly been a privilege and a pleasure to get to teach many of you and to get to know you over these last 4 to 5 years. I wish you all the best with your future endeavors, and I hope you keep in touch. I love hearing from my former students. Congratulations.
Congratulations on making it through. I wish you and your families health and happiness, and hope that you continue to ask questions, you seek solutions, and that you lead with boldness and with kindness. Cheers to you.
Congratulations to the class of 2022. You made it. It's an exciting time where we can close a significant chapter in your life and celebrate the beginning of the next. And although I'm saddened to see that you're leaving us, I'm so very excited wherever this journey takes you next. I wish you all the best with it every step of the way.
Congratulations, class of 2022. Remember, you're a warrior. Failure will never overtake you as long as your determination to succeed is strong enough. Cheers.
Congratulations to the graduating class of 2022.
Cheers to you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Cheers.
Can you hear me? There we go. I hope you all enjoyed that video. I know everyone was really happy to send some messages to you, and I'm glad everyone enjoyed that, or at least it sounded like you did. So my name is Jen Bentley. I am your Alumni Engagement Officer and also a proud kin grad. Thank you. I'm here because it is my job to create opportunities for you to connect back with the faculty once you have graduated. So I just wanted to introduce myself so you know who I am. You probably got some emails from me and thought, who is this Jen Bentley person? Well, now you get to put a face to the name. But also I want to share with you that I am working on creating opportunities for you to volunteer and stay connected with the faculty. So you may have participated in some of our alumni office hours sessions this year. So we're always looking for alumni who are interested in hosting those sessions. So think about that as you start new jobs, new programs studying. We're always looking for different opportunities that we can share with our students. So that's one way you can volunteer. We're also running alumni panels as a part of our recruitment events. So maybe that's a piece that you'd love to get involved with once you've moved on to greater things next year. And there's also opportunities like attending events and letting us share your career profile and featuring you in stories. So if any of those things are opportunities you'd be interested in, I will be at the alumni table at the back after after trivia, actually. And I'd love to connect with any of you who are interested and thinking about staying connected once you've graduated. So let's please come chat with me. And before we move on to trivia, I'd just like to thank a few more people for being here and speaking tonight. So I'd like to thank our Dean, Lily, Lou, for being here and speaking, Elder Henry for being here, joining us at, I think, maybe your first event, in-person event with the faculty, which is great, and Leanne Ferris as well. And thank you again to our alumnus speaker, Tamara, for being here and sharing your wonderful message with our students. And congratulations again to Precious for representing the class of 2022 as valedictorian. Yes, and with that, I'm going to call on Josh, and he's going to run trivia for you. So get your phones out, get ready to play some trivia. We'll have prizes and everything afterwards. And if anyone needs to grab another refreshment, feel free to do that quickly. Okay, Josh.
All right, thank you, Jen. Folks at the back, oh, maybe volume, yeah? Can you hear me okay? Dr. Williams, I see you at the back. Wonderful. Can you hear me okay? Perfect. Okay, so folks are grabbing snacks, but I think we're gonna get started with trivia, at least go through some of the housekeeping pieces. So we are using a Mentimeter, and there is a link and a code on the screen above me. So if you go to menti.com, and then the code you can enter is 55787198. Once again, that's 55787198. I think your lights are on. There's going to be a link in the chat for you folks online. There's a link in the chat as well, and you can follow that or use the code that I just mentioned. Now, we're about to get serious. I know we're a competitive group. We do have prizes. Prize table to your right, so you know what you're playing for. And for those who aren't familiar with Mentimeter, the faster you respond, the more points you get. So when in doubt, pick C. So I see folks scrambling to get their phones going, entering nicknames. A hush is falling over the crowd. All right, we'll give you 60 seconds and then we're gonna get going. This is trivia. So a little bit of Faculty of Health, a little bit of convocation, future alumni events, a little bit of random Googling to fill space, but it is trivia. Okay, Isha, let's get this party started. So first one, just to get a sense of who's in the room. Which academic unit is yours, do you associate with? Lily, I will be going through the answers to see your favorite. Not a bad split. Okay, on to the next question. This is where the real battle starts. So the next question is loading. Okay, that was just all your avatars all coming together. How many times does the word health show up on our About web page? If you Control F the word health on our About page, how many times does it show up? Faculty of Health, Kinesiology and Health Sciences, the School of Public Health Sciences, Health Studies. Well done. 27 times. And our next question. When did Lily Lou start in her role as Dean for the Faculty of AHS/Health? There's some nerves coming from the staff table up here. "2019. She got here just in time for the fun to begin. So, leaderboard. Tight race. And remember, the faster you answer, the more points you get. So if you aren't sure, just pick. So memories, these were submitted by you, with a little bit of editing by Jen and I. But first one, spike ball, true or false, has been played in the fishbowl. Has spike ball been played in the fishbowl? True, false, or no comment? Now, the next question, we're going to be thinking about a certain professor. Sorry, true. Spike ball has been played in the fishbowl. I don't know if that's precedent setting, but you're on your way out, so we won't have to worry about that anymore. The next question is about a professor with unique style. They've been known for sunglasses, unique hairstyles. I see some people. Well done. Now, let's hear it. Best hairstyle that they rocked in class. Ponytail? Ponytail's the best. Braid at the back. Okay, so that's, yes, I'll take it. I'll just say ponytail. I don't know if that should have made it in. Must have been a memorable ponytail, though. Next question, moving on. This is a memory from the RLS student. So a number of memories came in. Which do you think was the most submitted for RLS? The Bio 130 midterm, the Rec 120 retreat, or Uncle Ron talking about chalk? Most submitted memory from our RLS students. I think there's 31 people here that needs me to record before you leave tonight. But yes, the Rec 120 retreat, lots of memories all into that one great experience. Moving on to KHS. Which memory was most submitted by the KHS classmates? Bill McElroy's classroom antics, the Bio 273 walk from Optom to Haggie Hall, or Andrew Lang cartwheeling across desks safely with a safety plan submitted, I'm sure. Some controversy. Sorry, one thing I meant to say at the beginning, all grievances for answers can be directed towards Lily. So if you have any problems with answers, please find Lily. She personally vetted all of them and is happy to hear any complaints you might have. Moving on to the next question. From the school. Most submitted memory from the school. What do we think it is? Most submitted, not most happened, not that everyone participated. If you don't like the answer, I would encourage you to respond to our surveys in the future. Now, this is one that should be a bit of a broader audience. Orientation memories, the most submitted orientation memory. There were a couple themes. It's going to be a tight race. I'm expecting some groans on this one as well. But the cheer off, the water balloon fight, or when you got your Frisbees and said the sacred Aussie oath. Again, Zanib, which one did you pick? Which one did you pick? Okay, well then you didn't submit the memory. So anyone who picked water balloon fight, again, 111 people, we could have used your answers on the survey. Quick check on the leaderboard. Anna, Emily, and Chris. I'm not sure where Beyonce is sitting, but welcome. No points awarded here, just trying to elicit some good memories, favorite thoughts, maybe some crying sessions. But what is your favorite study spot on campus? The AHS building, SLC, the Starbucks. I think one silver lining this term with Starbucks not opening, tons of study space in there. Is wonderful to see it full, but we, yeah, sore memory to bring up Starbucks, I guess. I think what I love about this is that the AHS building is like in the center. It's not moving anywhere. But definitely come back in a few years and check out your favorite study spot. Maybe it'll be a new study spot, a new building to find. But I'm glad that so many people were to find so many great spots on campus to study. In 2019, WUSA adopted its current name. What was it previously known as? Feds, WUSM, or Goose? Yes, it was the Federation of Students, which is why this building is actually called Fed Hall. Moving on to alumni services, things that you can maybe still access, true or false. Who's excited to access Waterloo Works to aid their job search? Do you think you still have access to Waterloo Works? It is true. There's a Waterloo Works section for Beyond Co-op. Job postings are posted there regularly. Definitely check it out if you're still in the job hunt. This is a bit of a question / PSA. When is Health's 2022 convocation ceremony? Oh, good. And I think I saw on Convocation's website that means please arrive by 9:40 for the ceremony. So 10 o'clock start time, but if you're on time, you're late. Another great event. Once you've convocated, you can start coming to our alumni events. And in September, we have our Alumni Black and Gold Day. When is that? That is correct, and I'm glad to see so many people had the right date in their calendars already. So that wraps up trivia. It was fast and furious. Let's check out this leaderboard. Ooh. All right, Anna, come on down. So thank you all very much for playing trivia. Hope it was a bit of fun. It prompted some thoughts, some memories. And we're going to do some prizes. So we're going to be going through the leaderboard. We're going to be doing the raffle as well. So sit tight. And then for the rest of the evening, we'll be doing the photo booth, snacks, mix and mingle. And like I said, air any grievances with Lily. She'll be sticking around for a little bit. And one last prize note. Just prizes. Okay. So we're going to start with our trivia prizes. Once again, Anna, come on up and collect your diploma frame. And the next name was Emily. Second place, Emily, come on up and get your faculty prize pack. And third place, Chris, come on up. Well done, Chris. Well done, trivia winners. Now, moving on to our early registration prize. So this is for folks who registered before March 15th and gave us a better idea of what our numbers were going to be. Thank you. And we drew from those folks. And Nijar Shubkarman, you won a diploma frame. So thank you for registering earlier. Nijar, who is here. Maybe not. We're going to follow up with them. So they registered nice and early, but they may have forgotten about it in the meantime. And moving on to door prizes. So the first door prize we're going to draw for is a diploma frame. And that goes to, drum roll please, Sydney Coolis. Oh, thank goodness. That would have been bad. I'm just reading it. Okay. Sorry, we're going on the fly here, but the next name, the next faculty prize pack is going to Mazhar Shahen. Hello, hello. Mazhar, don't go anywhere. You're going to draw the next winner. And read out the name.
Sarah Whitlock.
Sarah Whitlock, come on down. Yes. Jen, get in there with the photo. And Meredith Dales, you have won a faculty prize pack. Awesome. Well done, Meredith. Yes. And last but not least, sorry, reading, Niana Amolsad. Faculty prize pack, come on down. What a wonderful, supportive table you're coming from there. And Chris is going to take a photo. Any other surprises, Jen? Okay, well, with that, we're going to wrap things up for the, I guess, formal programming. You're definitely more than welcome. Please feel free to stay, reconnect, mingle, maybe connect for the first time. One last large thank you to Jen and Sam and the entire advancement team, especially Maddie and Michelle. So round of applause to the advancement team. To Derek and his colleague, whose name I unfortunately missed, but the IST team for supporting this and making this available to folks who couldn't make it in person today. We'd like to thank them. To all of the faculty and staff who made the efforts to come out and gave up their evening to spend it with us. Yeah, Troy. Self-confidence is a good thing. Yes, and to my co-op student, Isha, who's been working the screen behind us and making sure that everyone can see it as well. I think I said Maddie and Michelle, but Jen just asked me to double thank them again. Really, they put so much work into it, and they were really excited for an in-person event, and we really appreciate it. It wouldn't have happened without our co-op students and everyone else coming together to help. So big round of applause to everybody, and let's have some fun.